Okay, buddy. Today, just confirm me. Screen is shared clearly, and I'm audible clearly, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you for your confirmation and thank you for your interest. Right, we'll learn this topic, friends. And you know very well cost price. What is cost price? See, we are completely going to deal about profit and loss today. We may discuss around 13 different questions with some examples, buddy. You will see in our word sheet just now. You have seen that one. What is cost price? Tell me, what is cost price? Okay, guys, please respond. Please speak. Today is Sunday. Uh, you have to be very active. Of course, you may be having some workload from morning. What is cost price? What is selling price? Hello, guys. I'm audible, right? Hello, I'm audible. Am I audible?
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, cost price is the price where you buy a article, boss. So where you buy at, let's say you are buying a pen and you are buying it at 10 rupees. You are buying a pen at 10 rupees, then cost price will be 10 rupees, boss. Okay. Similarly, selling price, boss. Selling price, if you are selling an article at some rupees, that will be selling price. And when we speak about profit, boss, let's take that you are doing some business and you are expecting, see, generally we do business to earn profit, right? So profit will be your selling price minus cost price, boss. Profit will be selling price minus cost price. Loss will be loss will be cost price minus selling price, boss. You will be observing the loss when your cost price is greater than selling price. For example, you bought an article at 100 rupees, but you sold the article at 80 rupees. Then 20 rupees is your last, buddy. Okay. Next term we have marked price, boss. Marked price, it is also called by printed price. Marked price, it is also called by printed price, which is printed on the article. You can say MRP, maximum retail price. Okay. Printed price, uh, marked price or printed price will be printed on the article, right? Next, let's go to p percentage. P percentage means profit percentage, boss. P percentage means profit percentage. See, I'll tell you how to, I think we have completed percentage, right? Yes. So if you want to convert, let's say you have 100 rupees. You have bought an article at 100 rupees. So let me take cost price is 100 and you sold the article at 125 rupees. Selling price is 125. If I ask you profit percentage, what will be the profit percentage here? In order to find profit percentage, first you will have to calculate profit. So profit divided by cost price into 100 will give you profit percentage, boss. This thing you will have to remember. So profit percentage will be profit divided by cost price into 100, boss. So in this case, your article cost is 100 and you are selling it at 125 rupees, means you are getting 25 rupees profit here. So profit percentage will be 25 rupees profit on the cost price, boss. Always remember, profit or loss occurs on cost price only. See, profit or loss occurs on cost price only, boss. So you have to remember this point, that point, okay? So profit percentage will be profit divided by cost price into 100 boss. Let me write loss percentage. Similarly, whatever loss you observe during the transaction divided by cost price into 100 will be giving you loss cost. Again, loss will also come on cost price, profit will also come on cost price. So when you are finding profit percentage, then in the denominator you will be having cost price. When you are finding loss percentage also, you are going to have cost price in the denominator, boss. Friends, any doubts, any understanding problem, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me immediately, boss. You are free to ask any doubt. Let's talk about discount. Girls know very well about the discounts because they do shopping generally, frequently. Okay, discounts, boss. Discount will be given on market price. So you can say market price minus selling price can be considered as discount, boss. Let's say you went to one shop to buy a trouser that is marked at 1500. Okay, that is marked at 1500, but he sold you at 1200. So you got 300 rupees discount. So market price minus selling price will be observed as discount, boss. So quickly make a note of these terms. Okay, buddy, I hope you have noted it. Now let's go to the discount percentage, boss. Here discount percentage, just now you have seen profit percentage as profit divided by cost price into 100. We are going to get cost profit on cost price. We are going to get loss on cost price. Please keep fix these formulas in your mind. We are going to get loss on cost price, right? Now discount was where we are getting this discount, whether we are getting a discount on selling price, whether we are getting discount on cost price, whether we are getting discount on market price. Please confirm on which price we
Market.
exactly we get discount on market price, buddy. So we take market price in the denominator and we calculate discount, how much discount is given divided by market price into 100. This will be giving you discount percentage, boss. Here I have taken an example. One article is marked as 1500 but sold at 1200. So here in that case discount percentage will be, what is the discount given? 1500 to 1200, 300 discount is given. 300 discount given divided by market price 1500. When you multiply that with 100, then that will be converted into uh, percentage, boss. So discount percentage in this case will be 20 percentage, boss. So you may be asked to find discount percentage also. You can make a note of this example. Okay, buddy. Now let me tell one more thing, boss. In compound interest, we have seen one thing, boss, that is successive increase we have seen in compound in interest, boss. Successive increase means, let us say we have 1,000 rupees as the principal. We are keeping at a 10% rate of interest per annum. And okay, when 1,000 rupees is kept at 10% in the first year, you are going to have 100 rupees as the compound interest is over, right? Yeah. So you have 100 rupees as the interest, and in the second year you will have 100 as the interest. And for the first year's interest also, we have to calculate 10% interest cost. That will be 100 by 10. That will be 10 rupees cost. Here you can see what is happening. Uh, this is for 2 years, right? If we take for the third year, your amount will become 1,000 rupees principal plus 100 plus 100, 200 interest plus 10 rupees interest on interest cost. It will become how much? 1210. Sorry, it's yeah, 1210 rupees will become uh, amount, boss. Actually, this will be your principal for the third year, boss. This will become your principal for the third year. You know that that is the compound interest case, right? So uh, let me write clearly here. 1,000 rupees was in the first year, and in the second year, what it is happening? It is becoming 1,000. uh, in the second year, 100 rupees interest. First year's interest is added to the second year, right? So your principal is becoming 1,100, and in the third year, what will happen? Your principal will become 1,210, because for this 1,100 you are going to calculate a 10 percentage again, right? You can see this is for third year. So this will become principal, boss. So when we are doing compound interest, boss, compound interest is successive increase, boss. You can take a successively increase in principal is taking place. 1,000 it was, it has become 1,100. Now it is become 1,210. So some improvement, some increment will be there on that one, boss. Similarly, uh, we are talking about discount, right? See, while doing the compound interest, I told you this shortcut, that was x plus y plus xy by 100, and I told you that this is called the effective rate calculation. Now we are going to utilize this one for successive discount calculation, boss. Successive discount is also very important. Okay, we will do this by taking one example. You can make a note of the above thing. Already the fact is known to you, so let me move to the next uh, page to explain you what is successive discount. So I'm going to talk about successive discount right now, my friends. See, in the shopping malls you might have seen, when you they may be displaying that 10% comma 20% successive discounts will be given. Okay, let's say market price of an trouser is 2,000 rupees. Okay, market price of trouser is 2,000 rupees. You can take this as a problem. Okay, and it is given two discounts, boss. Two discounts are given. First discount is 10%, second discount is 20%, boss. Then what should be the selling price of the trouser? Can you please answer me by you do the calculations and answer it? I'll give you 1 minute to answer it. Please don't take much time.
60.
Yeah. So what is the discount you are giving, buddy? How much discount you can calculate? What is the selling price of the article, right? And you can also say what is the discount you are given on the trouser. Okay, friends. Let me answer this for you. Just a second. 10 people. Okay, not good. Mm. Guys, when successive discount is given, let's say we have 2000 rupees is the market price, right? When we give 10% discount, 2000 rupees 10% discount will be 200 rupees, boss. Directly you can put a decimal here and you can say 200 will be 10%, boss. Then what will become the selling price? So 2000 minus 200 will be your selling price here when you give first discount. So your selling price will be 1800, boss. That is when you give first discount. Successive discount means you will be going to give this 20% discount on this 1800, boss. So let me calculate that. So we have to calculate 20% discount on the 1800, boss. Again see, 1800 10% will be 180, because just keeping a dot here. So 20% will be 180 into 2, boss. That will be 360. I hope you are getting my point what I am speaking over here, right? So 20% will be 60, boss. So you will have to remove 360 from this. It will be 1440. So 1440 will be your selling price, boss. 17, yes. So 1440. See, you have seen here we have given one 10% discount, and we are once again giving another 20% discount. Then you got as 1440. So 1440 will be selling price, buddy. This is general way of thinking the question and answering it, boss. Okay. Now let us substitute in the successive discount formula. Discount is nothing but doing see subtracting, right? So when market price is 2000, you are giving 10% discount, means you are subtracting 200 rupees from 2000, right? So you I think you are noting this. We can substitute here minus x minus y minus into minus plus xy by 100. Either you can substitute here, see, actually the formula was plus or minus and plus or minus xy by 100. As it is discount, you can put minus 10% minus 20% and minus of minus plus 10 into 20% by 100. Either you can substitute here, or um, x plus y minus x y by 100 can also be considered as the successive discount, boss. So let me substitute over here minus 10% minus 20% and minus into minus 20 into 10 by 100. This will be your successive discount, right? You have, how much was 20 30 minus 30 minus 2, so minus 28% discount would be given from your total 2000 rupees, was. Here if you substitute here, then you will get positive 28%, boss. Not a issue with that one, because we are going to overall give discount. See, 10% plus 20% minus, it will be 2, right? So 30 minus 2, so 28 percentage. So both will give you answer. So for your 2000 rupees, you will have to give 28 percentage of discount, boss. 28 percentage of discount. Then it will become how much? 40, 2 8 16 56, 560 it will come. So 560 should be your total discount, which is given by using our formula. Now you can say selling price will be market price minus a discount given, boss. So market price is 2000 minus a discount given is 560. So it's a 1500, 1440. So 1440 will be your selling price. So you can use this successive discount formula also, where you can note this one as successive discount. This is our successive discount formula, buddy. So you can apply when successive discount question comes, instead of doing all the above things, these things, right? You can directly substitute here and you can tell the answer. Any doubts, boss? I think you got it right. Any doubts you can ask me.
We also have another method now, sir.
Yeah, which method you are talking about, buddy?
Means 2000 into 90 by 100 into 80 by 100.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course you can do that one also. That's one, right, right. Our friend is saying this one, friends. We have seen this in compound interest. See, 2000 is your market price, right? You are giving 10% discount. That means you are selling it at 90. So 90 by 100, you are giving 20% discount. That means you are selling it at 80, 80 by 100. This will also give you the same answer. You can go with this one also, right? Now, buddy, let's enter into the questions today. We'll see these questions. Uh, you can take question number one and answer it, boss. Please don't take much time. Oh, very easy, basic question.
20%.
Yeah. Kata, just ignore the name, okay? Some person buys a watch at 500 and sells it at 600 rupees. Find the profit percentage. So every time, boss, please don't write the formula. Just answer the question directly, because time saving is very, very important in examination. So you are get 500 and you are selling at 600. So 100 rupees profit is clearly visible. So you can say they are asking for profit percentage. Profit percentage or percentage will be 100 rupees divided by, see, you are getting this 100 rupees profit on your 500 investment. So 500 into 100 will give you percentage loss, that will be 20%. So profit divided by cost price into 100 will give you profit percentage or gain percentage, buddy. Right. Uh, as that is a basic question, I'm moving to the second question. Let's answer question number two. John made a profit of 25 percentage while selling a book for 250. Find the cost price of the book. Second question answer, please.
200.
Okay. So, buddy, you can consider, see, you can consider that 100% is the cost price of the book. We sell a book right now. 100% is the cost price of the book, and we are selling at 25% profit. That means days we are selling at 125 percentage, because we want 25 percentage profit. So you are selling at 125 percentage, which is given as 250 rupees. This is the selling price. Okay, and find the cost price of the book. Then you, from here you can say 1% is 250 divided by 125. Okay, you can do the calculation. 5 twos and 5 fives, 550s, 25 twos. So it's exactly double, right? I'm thinking another way, right? Percentage means 2. You can say 1% is 2. Now you want cost price. Clearly you have considered that 100% as the cost price. So 100 into percentage is, so I'm just substituting here. So 200 rupees will be the cost price of the book cost. This is I like this also. You can do, or you can use our fraction method, where I told you to convert the given. Let me tell you once. See, 25% is the profit. So when you convert it, then it become 1 by 4 boss. When you convert it, into the fraction, it will become 1 by 4. You can consider denominator as the cost price, numerator will be the profit, because you are converting profit into its fraction, right? So 4 so 25% is 1. So here selling price will be your cost price plus profit. That means 5 units is the selling price, and this 5 units selling price is given as 250 rupees. From there clearly 1 unit is equal to 50 rupees, and you want a cost price you have considered as 4 units. That means 4 into 50 rupees, so 200 rupees will be the cost price loss. Either you can go with this method also. Our main aim is just we should be able to answer the question within the given time. Okay buddy, now question number 3, answer please. Let me scroll down. I hope you are getting, your understanding what I am teaching you here. Any doubts, always you can unmute and you can answer. Ask me. Question number 3. A trader buys oranges at 7 for a rupee and sells them at 40% profit. How many oranges does he sell for a rupee? Come on, you might have done the problem.
Two.
No. Come on, do it again. A trader buys oranges at 7 for a rupee. So he is getting 7 for 1 rupee and sells them at 40% profit.
Five.
Yeah, 5. 5 is correct answer. So if you send how many oranges does he sell for a rupee? Yeah, if he sells 5 oranges for 1 rupee, then we will get the profit loss. So friends, trader is buying oranges at 7 for a rupee, right? So you just tell me selling price, and one more thing he has given is he's getting 40% profit and sells them at 40% profit. Selling price will be your cost price plus profit on your cost price, right? Selling price will be cost price plus whatever the profit you are getting. See, let's say 100 rupees is the cost price and you are expecting 20 rupees profit, then this should be your selling price. So this 20 rupees profit, when you speak in percentages, then you will be saying that 20 percentage profit on cost price. So selling price can be written as cost price 1 plus profit percentage loss, and selling price can be written as cost price, okay, 1 plus profit percentage, that is 40 by 100. And you think, you do one thing here, cost price. See, you are getting 7 for a rupee. Then what is the cost price of one orange? One orange cost price will be 1 by 7, because you are getting 7 for a rupee. So one orange cost price will be 1 by 7. Okay, so selling price will be 1 by 7 into, it's 140 by 100. Okay, it's 1 by 7 into 7 by 2 sevens and 5, right? 7 by 5. So selling price will be, from the formula you will get 1 by 5. That means you are buying 7 for 1 rupee, and if you can sell 5 for 1 rupee, then you will get 40% profit. So 5 is your answer. See, you are getting selling price. So you are selling 5 oranges for 1 rupee, and you have bought 7 oranges for 1 rupee. Obviously, you will get 40% profit here. Okay, buddy. Let's go to next question. Question number 4. A woman buys apples at 15 for a rupee, and the same number at 20 for a rupee, and she mixes them and sells at 35 for 2 rupees. What is her gain percentage or loss percentage? Question number 4, answer please. Yeah. So guys, you can see the question. Uh, you know, difficulty level has increased. Uh, See, this kind of questions you may expect in the exam, boss, because difficulty levels due to the competition. This kind of questions you may expect in the exam. So here, let's see. A woman buys apple at 15 for a rupee. So one apple cost is 1 by 15, right? And the same number at 20 for a rupee, and she mixes them at and sell them at 35. So she is selling 35 for 2 rupees. So now here let me do one assumption by using our LCM method we discussed in time and work, I think. Yeah, time and work. So let me take, she has taken 15, 20 and 35 LCM. Let us find the LCM, boss. LCM will be 420, and I'm assuming that she has taken 420 apples. She has taken 420 apples, boss. This is the first assumption you will have to do. Now you will have to find from the first lot where she has bought 15 apples for 1 rupee, right? So you have to, what our aim is, what is her gain percentage or loss percentage. In order to find the gain or loss percentage, we will be seeing from the first lot, how much she spent. So that will be, see, she is buying 15 for 1 rupee. So one apple cost will be 1 by 15 into 420. It will give you first lot's uh, apples cost was. So you are going to get 28 rupees. This will be one apple cost from first lot, and from the second lot, one apple cost is actually she is getting 20 apples for 1 rupee, so it should be 1 by 20. But we got 420 apples, so it will give you 21, yeah, 21. And she is selling in the, she mixed them and she is selling them. So she is selling them 2 at 35, right? Into, but here you have to do, see, she has bought 420 and 420, and now she is selling 840. She will be selling 840 bucks. You do one, here you can see first lot she has 1 by 15. She bought total 420. So for first kind she spends 28 rupees, and for second kind she spends 21 rupees to buy one apple, and she's selling uh, them at 35 for 2 rupees. So 2 by 35 into 840, because she bought 420 plus 420. So she will be selling total 840 bucks. It will become 48. So she sold for at 48 rupees, and she bought 28 plus 21. So you can see this is from first lot and this is from second lot. She bought at 49 and she sold at 48. Now you can see she bought at 49, she sold at 48. So obviously she is going to observe 1 rupee loss. So loss percentage will be 1 rupee loss on cost price into 100. 1 rupee loss on cost price into 100. It will give you 204 percentage. It's not a 204. It will be 2.04 percentage. So this will be the last percentage in the transaction. So for this kind, you just find the LCM and you assume that she is buying that LCM number of apples or articles. For first lot you are going to find how much she is spending for one apple. Second lot means here, see, 20 per rupee, right? So for one apple it will be 120 into 420. That thing you'll have to do. And she bought them at 49 rupees, and she is selling 420 plus 420, 840 at 48 rupees. So 1 rupee loss will be there for her in this business. Okay, now let's go to next question, buddy. Question number 5. You can answer this question. Some quantity of coffee sold at 22 per kg, making 10% profit. If total gain is rupees 88, what is the quantity of coffee sold? Okay, buddy. Question number 5. making 10% profit. Total gain is 88. What is the quantity of coffee sold? Yeah, any answers for this question? Okay, let me tell you. Friends, where is the pen? Pen is here. Some quantity of coffee sold at 22 per kg. Let me tell you by using our ratio method where, wait a second, yeah, 10% profit we want. So if you convert that into fraction, it will be 1 by 10. Okay. Mhm. Okay, guys, this will be your cost price. This will be your profit. So your selling price will be cost price plus profit, that is 11, and clearly given some quantity of coffee sold at 22 per kg. So you can compare this 11 units with 22 per kg, and you got one unit cost as 2. One unit cost as 2. That means if you sell one unit of coffee, then you are getting 2 rupees profit. And here the question is, if the total gain is 88, what is the quantity of coffee sold? See, if you are selling one unit of coffee, then you are getting 2 rupees profit. If total profit is 88, if total profit is 88,
44.
then how many quantities you sold? That will be 88 by 2 by cross multiplication. So 44 uh, units of quantity are 44 kgs. It's sold, right? If 44 will be your answer, 44 kgs. Or you can answer by using our formula. Just now we have written selling price will be your cost price plus profit. Profit can be calculated like this. Profit will be cost prices into profit percentage. This will give you profit loss. So here you can say selling price will be your cost price. Selling price is known 22 per kg, that is known, right? So you will have to find cost price here. So selling price is 22 divided by, see, I'm directly writing the step. When you take cost price out here, then it will become 1 plus profit percentage. So I'm writing this cost price will be selling price divided by this one, selling price divided by 1 plus profit percentage. Profit percentage clearly given 10 percentage. That will be your cost price. So cost price will be 22 divided by, it's, see, 1 plus 10 percentage can be written as 1 plus 10 by 100, right? So 100, it can be written as 110 by 100. It will be 22 into 100 by 100 by 110. So cost price will be how much? 0 will cancel, 100, 11 to 20. So you got cost price as 20 and you sold them selling price as 22. So you are getting 2 rupees profit. And if you want a total gain in 88, again 88 by 2. So again you are going to sell 44 kgs of coffee. So you, this much quantity is sold. You can either go with this, you can either go with this, but you can go with this. We'll give you the answer quickly, but you must improve yourself up to that standard. Okay, now any doubts always you can ask boss. Now you can go with question number 6. I am hoping that you are following it. You are following the questions and you are following the solutions. Question number 6 is in front of you. Please do the question. Please try it and answer it. A manufacturer sells a scooter at 10% profit to wholesaler who in turn sells it to a retailer at 20% profit. If the price paid by the retailer is 13200, how much the scooter cost to the manufacturer? Please come with the answer.
Seventeen four 20.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, question. So by using that successive, see, in the above example, we have spoke about successive discounts. If it is a manufacturer sells a scooter at 10% discount and another to the wholesaler and wholesaler sells at 20% discount, then we have done x plus y minus x y 100 this formula and we will be telling the price directly, but here it is successive increase. So you have to take x plus y plus x y by 100 was, then 10 plus 20 plus 10 into 20 by 100. So 32, it's 32 percentage. That means if you consider that 100% is the cost price of the scooter and you are selling it 32 percentage profit, of course, the manufacturer selling to wholesaler, the wholesaler is selling to the retailer. Of course, there are two transactions, but you are selling at this 32% profit loss. So selling price will be 132 percentage. That is given as 13200. From there, 1% is equal to 13200 one time 100 times, and you know 1% is 100, and you should tell what is the cost price of the scooter. So cost price of the scooter is 100 percentage. We have assumed it, and 100 into percentage value is 100. So 10,000 will be cost price of the scooter, right? That is very clear, right? Or you can answer in this
It
way
should
also.
be,
Yeah, please come.
or if it sells two terms, it should be greater than 13,200, no, sir.
I didn't get you. Can you please come again?
If it sells two times, it should be greater than initial.
That's why here initial was 10,000 and he's selling it 13,200. Or you
Okay.
can answer, or you can answer question. Let's say P is the initial price. Now you are wanting 10% profit, so 110 by 100 into you want a 20% profit, so 120 by 100. That should be equal to 13,200. It will give you P directly. You can do the cancellations. It will give you P. Right? Now let's go to question number 7. Oh, looks a single line question. If the cost price of the 11 oranges is equal to selling price of the 10 oranges, find the profit percentage. Come on. Question 7, answer please. Okay, let's answer the question. If the cost price of 11 oranges is equal to selling price of 10 oranges, let's write an equal mathematical expression. Cost price of 11 oranges is equal to selling price of 10 oranges. So cost price by selling price is equal to 10 by 11. So clearly, because when in the ratio, we know cost price is to selling price ratio is 10 is to 11. We have discussed in the ratios. You can take cost price as 10, selling price as 11. So now I'm telling you, you take cost price as 10, selling price as 11. Then you can see plus 1 rupees will be your profit because you are buying at 10, selling at 11. So 1 rupee will be your profit, and profit percentage will be 1 rupee on 10 rupees into 100 was. So 10 percentage will be your profit percentage. This is also good model question. So profit percentage will be 10 percentage. Okay guys, after that I go to next question, question number 8. On selling 10 articles, a merchant loses equal to cost price of 2 articles. Find his loss percentage. Keep responding, buddies. It's one new joinee. Come on, welcome. Welcome new joinee to our class. Yeah, question number 8. Please answer the question.
20.
Guys, let's answer the question. On selling 10 articles, a merchant loses equal to the cost price of 2 articles. Find his loss percentage. See, loss percentage will be directly, you can tell it. Loss percentage will be, you are selling 10 articles, right? So you are selling 10 articles. A merchant loses equal to the cost price of 2 articles. You are selling 10 articles, but you are losing cost price of 2 articles first. That means you are giving this 2 articles to these 10 articles, right? You are giving these 2 articles to, you are losing these 2 articles due to this 10 articles selling. You are losing extra 2 articles due to 10 articles selling, right? So your last percentage will be 2 articles losing for, to the 10 articles into 100. It should be your 20% loss. If you don't understand this, okay, then you can assume that you bought 10 articles and you sold 10 articles. You bought 10 articles and you sold 10 articles first. And you can consider 10 articles cost price minus 10 articles as per the question. 10 articles cost price minus 10 articles holding price is resulting you cost price of 2 articles cost price as per the question. See, you are buying 10 articles and you are selling 10 articles. On selling 10 articles, a merchant loses equal to the cost price of 2 articles. So 10 article cost price minus 10 articles selling price should be the loss. That loss is given as 2 articles cost price. And you can say if 2 articles cost price, then 8 articles cost price will be 10 articles selling price. So cost price by selling price is, the ratio is how much? Cost price by selling price will be 10 by 8. That means you are buying at 10, you are selling at 8. So you are going to have 2 articles as loss, and your loss percentage will be loss divided by cost price into 100. Loss percentage will be loss 2 divided by cost price 10 into 100. That will be, that will be 20%. If you practice it, then you will be able to take this step directly, boss. That needs practice. I hope you understood this question. Let's go to question number 9. Always, boss, you can unmute and you can ask me if you fail to understand the question. Goods are purchased at 450 and good model question, buddy. Come on, please do this and please respond. Goods are purchased for 450, buddy. One third is sold at a loss of 10%. Okay. One third is sold at 10% loss. Okay. Now, how much is remaining, boss? Two third is remaining. See, one minus one third, that means two third will be remaining, right? So we will be left with two third. Now the question is, at what percentage you should sell this two third in order to get 20% profit on the whole transaction? In order to get 20% profit on the whole transaction, boss. Come on. So, buddy, one third of goods. Let's find a cost price of one third of goods cost. Total is 450, right? So one third of goods cost price will be one third into 450 bucks. It will be 150 rupees. And two third of goods cost price will be two third into 450 bucks. It is 300 rupees. So total is 400 rupees. So 300 and 400, 150, 450. So total is 450 rupees. Now I have found cost price of one third of the total, that is 150, because this part is sold at 10% loss, and two third of this one was. Now we are going to find this percentage because this is already sold at 10% loss. So let me calculate loss here. Loss is 10 percentage. So on 150, uh, total loss is 10 percentage, right? So either you can find like this 10 by 100. So it will give you how much? 100 will go 15 rupees loss is there. So you are selling. Now you can calculate selling price, because the good, as per the question, the goods are sold at 10% loss. That is one third of the goods are sold at 10% loss. I first found the cost price of one third of goods, that is 150. Next, I found what is the loss happening on that, that is 15. So selling price will be 150 minus 15. 135 is the selling price. 135 is the selling price. Now let me check that if I want 20% profit on whole transaction. If I want 20% profit on whole transaction, let me find selling price, boss. When I want 20% profit, I will be selling at 120 percentage, right? It should be my selling price. So when I want 20% profit, my selling price will be 120 percentage of 450 cost price. So that is 120 percentage of 450. This should be my selling price, and if you cancel it, will go and it will become 540. This is your selling price. So generally, if you sell all the quantities which bought at 450 at 540, then you are going to get 20% profit loss. Okay. Now after getting the total, we will have to see selling. Here we got selling price of the goods. Here we got selling price of the one third of the goods, and now we will find the selling price of two third of goods, boss. Selling price of two third of goods. So selling price of two third of goods will be selling price of total goods minus selling price of one third of goods. That will be total 40 minus total group is 540 minus 135. This will give you selling price of two third of goods, boss. Selling price of two third. This is becoming 405. Let me give some space. Okay, this is becoming 405. Now you have to calculate the percentage. So cost price will be here 450. 300 is the cost price, right? Clearly we have found here 300 is the cost price, and we are getting it at 405. So profit percentage will be, I'm talking about two-thirds of the goods. So profit percentage will be 300 to 405. 300 to 405. 105 is the profit, and the profit is happening on 300 into 100 will give you profit percentage. 339. So from here you will clearly get a profit percentage as 35 percentage. This that means you have to sell these at 35 percentage, so that the overall transaction will give you 20 percentage profit loss. Come on, you need practice for this question. Okay, now question number 10, buddy. Please answer this question number 10. We'll discuss question number 11 and we'll end the session. A retailer buys goods at 10% discount on its market price. A retailer buys goods at 10% discount on its market price and sells them at 20% higher than the market price. Guys, I am audible, right? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Problem. 10th question. A retailer buys goods at 10%
Yeah,
discount. 10% discount on its market price and sells them at 20% higher than the market price. 10% discount. Okay, let's say 100% is the cost price. 100% is the cost price. He is buying at 10% discount, so he is buying at 90 percentage, and he sells them at 20% higher, and he is selling at 120 percentage. Another market. What is his profit percentage? Okay, clearly, if we consider that he is buying at 100 rupees, sorry, this is the cost price of the article. This is the cost price of the article. Now he is buying at a discount. Okay, so he is buying at 90 and he is selling it. He is selling at 120. So how much he is getting profit as a profit? He is as a profit he is getting 30 rupees. So profit percentage will be 30 divided by cost price. Profit percentage will be 30 divided by cost price, means you don't take this one. Buying price will be the cost price, right? 90 into 100. It will give you 0, yeah, 300 by 9. Again, 300 by 9. 100 by 9 is 11 into 1 by 9, right? So let me take this one. 100 by 9 is 11 into 1 by 9. I know this from ratios. So you can say it is 33.33%. Yeah, 33.33%. So this is your 10th one, and we'll discuss one last question, which is important model, which is dishonest shopkeeper question was. You can answer this question. This is important model, boss. Every model is very important. It needs your practice. Yeah, your answer, please.
11%.
Okay, friends, see, a dishonest merchant professes to sell his goods at cost price, and but he uses a weight of 900 grams for 1 kg. He's saying that, Guru, I'm selling at what I bought, so I'm not having any profit here. But he uses a false weight, and in really there are many situations which I have come across where one day I went to buy a fish. I bought a 3 kg fish, and I went home and I doubted the weight and I checked it. It was 1.8 kgs. Oh my God, really, such kind of people are there in the society. So let me answer the question, buddy. A dishonest merchant professes to sell his goods at a cost price, but uses a weight of 900 grams instead of 1,000 grams, right? See, he has to give us 1,000 grams exactly. He has to give us 1,000 grams. That means 1 kg, but he is giving us 900 grams only. He is giving us 900 grams only, but we are assuming that we are getting 1,000 grams from that fellow. Okay, so guys, you can see what is the profit. Instead of 1,000 he is giving 900 grams. Instead of 1,000 he is giving 900 grams. So he is totally getting 100 grams as a profit, right? So I can say profit percentage will be, he is getting 100 grams on every 900 grams. Let's say you have gone to that shopkeeper and bought 1 kg. He gave you 900 instead of 1 kg. That means he got 100 grams as profit. After you, I went to the same shop and I bought 1 kg. Again I got also 900. Again he got 100 profit from my transaction also. So he is getting 100 profit on every 900 grams of transaction. The shopkeeper is getting 100 grams of profit on every 900 grams of selling, right? 900 grams of selling. That's what I have taken. 100 by 900 into 100. It will give you 100 by 9. So 11 into 1 by 9%. This will be your profit percentage was. Not yours, that shopkeepers, the dishonest shopkeepers, dishonest merchant profit percentage. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, buddy. I hope I made you learn some new concepts in our uh, profit and loss. Again, my same suggestion, buddy. This time is not enough. So I request everyone to take a standard textbook help. You may go with Ashish Agarwal, you may go with RS Agarwal, and you keep solving the problems. Was keep solving until you get a job in your final year. Keep solving until if your goal is to crack any government job, keep solving until you get that job, right? So we'll meet in the next session. For now I'm closing the session. Thank you.